Right then, so the January transfer window is now shut. I've got a list of the confirmed signings here. But before we start, Ollie, who do you think has had the best window so far?
Is there any other valid answer than Man City? I wonder if back to you.
I wonder if maybe in relative terms it's Man City. I don't know if it wins them the league.
No, I'd agree with that.
But I also think Villa have been quite savvy. And I wonder if, obviously Tammy Abraham's goal was cancelled out and stuff like that, but I think that's quite a savvy signing.
Yeah.
And obviously Louise back as well. I know only on loan.
Back on the old boys. I quite like that.
But also they're just solid. That makes sense in my gut style guys. And I know Man City, obviously, actually they're both that makes sense in my gut style. Semenyo and Gay is just insane as a signing for January.
Although I saw a City fan the other day say that they reckon that if Diaz and Guardiola were fit, Gay doesn't start. What do we think about that?
True.
I'm not sure about that.
They will learn, as will the rest of the football world, very quickly how good Marc Guéhi is.
Yeah.
I think he's underestimated, isn't he?
He's still underestimated. Even though he has been consistently brilliant for Palace and for England, people still... It's like when... I feel like people put him in the team now, but 6 months ago, I was like, well, who's going to start a centre-back for England?
Yeah.
Obviously, Marc Guéhi
Yeah.
is. Obviously.
And now he's under Pep, he will start because you've kind of got that the big club tax thing, haven't you? For England? I think that works perfectly. And Semenyo has just hit the ground running. He's absolutely perfect.
I didn't know if he'd be able to adapt in the way that he has. He's kind of like a bit of an unpolished winger.
He's the perfect player for that, this era, though, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
You could see him
Stretching
could have gone
games.
to any of the top 8 teams. Instantly made
not necessarily a like for like, but when Doku doesn't play, he is a unbelievable.
The nightmare is it not when they both play?
Yeah, Semenyo on the right, Doku on the left.
And then you're like, where do you plug the holes?
Yeah.
And I can kind of see that becoming a bit of a partnership.
I don't know though, because Pep does like to just overcomplicate things, I think, a little bit in terms of he loves an inverted winger. He likes someone to come in and play short passes. To have 2 wingers that are very raw that will just run directly at you. I'm not sure if that's something that Pep loves.
The tactic as old as time. Why doesn't every team just have 2 quick wingers? It has literally never not worked.
Yeah. Even then, low blocks still kind of break down against Semenyo and Doku.
Yeah.
Because their duels are just exceptional. That's the stat that everyone seems to be really focused on right now. That's why Liverpool went for... Are we calling him Jacques? Jacques?
Yeah, I will say it was a bit of a twang.
Full metal Jacques. He's good at getting past people. It's just as a defender. He's good at breaking lines. It's why Liverpool wanted him. And I think... these are signings for City that make sense now and make sense since 5 years. I think signing Tammy Abraham is a very get Villa in the Champions League now.
Yeah.
Louise, get Villa in the Champions League tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do we think of Palace's signings? Being quite busy in this window.
Yeah, we've had a clear strategy of Strand Larsen, Johnson and Gesson. 24/25-year-old players who have played in the Premier League, albeit briefly for Gesson, buy the dip. I feel like we're buying the dip.
Right.
Even with Strand Larsen, I know Strand Larsen's 48 mil, but he was 60 million 6 months ago.
So there's a 20% dip at
Yeah.
the moment. Yeah. See how he's reframing this. It's really good.
I'm a positive guy.
And how do you think...
You've got to be.
How do you think Brennan Johnson has been for you so far as well? He signed him right at the start of the window.
Done that much, but I was informed reliably by Spurs fans, as you might be able to attest to, that he won't do much in general, but he will score.
Oh, good
goals
signing then.
at some
Right,
point.
okay.
No. He will score goals at some point. Like I've said to Spurs fans previously, right? If you put Ismaila Sarr in Spurs' team,
Sure,
you would think he's terrible because all he can do really is run in behind, be in a good position and score. But that's brilliant for us. He's all we need. And I think Brennan Johnson will be the same eventually.
I think Brennan changed a lot of opinion of Spurs fans last season, not just with the goal in the Europa League final, but a lot of Spurs fans were kind of like, is there really an end product with him? Like, obviously you want a fast winger to get half a yard, take a player on, cross it into the box. But the amount of goals he scored from just arriving late at the back post, and again, last season, he was our top goal scorer. So you're right in saying that you might go through periods of the game where you think, is Brennan Johnson being as effective as he possibly could be? And then he'll score you. He'll score you the winner. So,
I'm most excited.
17th.
I'm most excited about Gesson.
He kept us up.
He did. I mean, yeah.
I think Gesson is the one I'm most excited by, which I think is maybe like from the outside looking in, you might question that as a. But he was our number 1 target all summer. Went to Villa, and we've gone and got him straight away. I think he will make the biggest impact of the 3 that we signed.
One signing I do want to speak about is Oscar Bob to
that's
to
good.
Fulham.
Depends on how he sees it, how they frame it, I guess, right?
I wouldn't have minded having Oscar Bob. I can't lie.
But then it's like, why did no one else go in for him?
Because I think City were probably being resistant to just let him go to a rival. Yeah, that makes sense. So he's not going to go to any of the top clubs. And Fulham really are that next band of teams where it's like Bournemouth, Fulham, Brighton, maybe Newcastle in and out of both. Like he's top quality, but you don't know. You don't know if he's. I just once they've signed Semenyo, they've got Doku, they've got those two inverted 10s. You just don't know where they're gonna play him, and that's essentially it. Is he's like, I need minutes. There are some people who've been pushing for moves basically because they're conscious of the World Cup and things like that.
Yeah.
Another top team. Well, are they a top team anymore? Spurs' January transfer window.
Very conscious of that.
We have spent 34 million to be exact on Conor Gallagher, who
I think that's solid, isn't it? He's now.
He is definitely a player for the here and now. Yeah. I think.
Didn't he get an assist?
Put it on a plate for Solanke.
Do you know what I feel with Conor Gallagher? I feel like with Conor Gallagher, it's another
kick. Nailed it. Yeah, it's exactly what I was thinking. He gets the best out of other people.
Point straight to Gallagher going. That was all you, mate.
He's upping everyone else's levels. You guys, you'd never have scored that without Conor Gallagher in the team.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go with your optimism. I'm going to keep quiet and go for your. I just think I don't know. You're right in what you're saying. I think he's a signing for here and now with the fact that we had 11 fit players at one point on the weekend against Man City. Even our club captain is coming out and making comments on social media about how appalling our transfer policy has been and lack of kind of fitness within the squad. But our hierarchy came out last summer and said, don't worry guys, we're going to spend an extra, invest another 100 million. Brilliant. So in top flight terms, that means one, maybe two players.
It's
and
two
in January, we have spent 34 million on Conor Gallagher to change our season from finishing in the relegation zone to potentially getting any type of European place. And a left back that costs 13 million that is, again, another prospect for the future. And so Spurs fans are not happy. And yeah, a teenager from Hearts on loan.
Who are the leaders in your team?
Who are they supposed to be, or who are the actual leaders?
Who are the actual leaders in the team?
I think the leadership team is made up of Romero, Mickey van der Ven, and Maddison, I believe.
So one player that doesn't really play, one player that says the fans are great but the team are bad, and one player who wants to leave in the summer is your leadership.
Mm-hmm. Conor Gallagher will be in that soon.
Conor Gallagher will be straight in there. Conor Gallagher, I think he's one of those people who leads by example. So therefore,
we've signed Conor Gallagher just for the leadership team.
No, not just for that. I think but what I mean is, he's an instant impact player. He's someone who is experienced in this league. I don't think Chelsea would have let him go had they had the choice. I don't think Palace would let him go. I think there are plenty of teams who wouldn't have let him go had they had the choice. And I think he's kind of, for me, he's a Jordan Henderson with slightly more edge to him.
I think he is potentially a improvement. Well, he's definitely an improvement on the squad for us at the moment. But again, I do think what Spurs fans aren't happy with is the fact that there were such big talks at the start of the season. Daniel Levy, before he left, even came out and said, we want to win the Premier League and the Champions League within the next 4 to 5 years. I don't think you do that with just buying a Conor Gallagher.
He's Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher has been chronically, hence the confusion, misprofiled his whole career.
What do you think he is?
He's almost
leadership.
Like a 10. Yeah.
He's the leadership team.
So I see Conor Gallagher as more like a Soboslai. He wants to be Soboslai. He's English Soboslai.
He's not a midfielder who will sit in and make things happen.
Chelsea just needed him to be a bit more controlled when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And it did just so happen that he was probably the best player on the team to collect and turn.
Yeah.
And that was kind of, so you're right in the misprofiling, and it just takes one manager to go, oh, look.
Yeah.
We
put him further forward, just let him off a leash and just go nuts for 90 minutes.
I can't believe we spent the most time in this video on Conor Gallagher, but fair play.
Yeah. We'll move on quickly. James Ward-Prowse on loan from West Ham to Burnley. We've got to speak about it.
Oh my God.
Got to speak about it.
That was the biggest move of the window.
One of the biggest ones.
It's set pieces.
Do you think he's the difference to keep Burnley up with his set pieces or not?
I don't think. I think Burnley are actually. Well, they're odds on to go down right now, aren't they? And I think I don't even know if you can place a bet on Burnley staying up anymore. To the point where signing him is sort of like Well, at least we'll have the set pieces.
Yeah, for a bit.
Yeah.
On loan.
And he's definitely, he's almost preparing to go down.
Championship.
Like, guys, this is James. He's going to help us through this difficult
For next season.
Yeah.
He's here early.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, guys, hope you're enjoying the video. Make sure to check out our sponsors, Bet442. There's a link in the description below and a QR code for you on the screen. Last club, West Ham, obviously made some of their signings quite early. What do we think about their signings?
Well, their problem at the beginning of the window was a centre-back, and the problem at the end of the window is probably still a centre-back.
You're saying they haven't solved it.
Does that, like... Disasi, I don't think it's as bad as everyone makes out he is. Like,
it's Kurt Zoumery, though, isn't it?
he's unlikely to be any worse than people think he will be. He might be really good. But you don't look at West Ham's team and be like, oh, that's huge for them. They made a profit this window, which is fairly unforgivable when you're West Ham and you're 18th and you're 6 points adrift.
Should they be thinking about even making a profit?
Yeah,
let's stay in the Premier League.
Do you think it's kind of so West Ham to accidentally make a profit?
Yeah.
Wait, guys.
Oh my God.
We've not spent. We've not spent.
Who put that there?
I think that's the real issue here. Is West Ham, again, like there are probably teams that they look at a certain point and go, maybe we have to go down in order to come back up.
Yeah.
They're looking at the parachute payments. They're looking at then putting the investment in. What manager can we get in? What can we do? And they have managed their managerial situation horrifically. So having a good window or not, maybe it feels irrelevant. With the teams just above them, I think a lot of teams look at it and go, yeah, we're not getting out of this.
Yeah, you think? Surely West Ham can't forfeit like that, though.
I just don't know. I look at the Premier League table and it makes sense, frankly. That's the problem.
Yeah. The thing is, like, with West Ham, I'm so predisposed to just think they'll somehow stay up.
Right.
But it's like, well, West Ham, I don't think they'll go down. Well, Leeds look good. They probably won't go down. Forest, nah, they'll stay up. And then it's like, well, hang on, who actually is going to go down?
So there's really about 6 to 9 points difference, though, isn't there, between them and the rest of the table? I just think the ownership probably look at that and go, we can't put the money in.
Yeah, it's 2 of
If we'd have lost on the weekend and West Ham kept the lead, it would have been a 5-point gap.
Well, we'd have been the same.
West Ham and Spurs.
You're not going to go down this season.
I hope not. Yeah, this season, 17th, it'll be another 17th, and then next year...
I'll take Conor Gallagher if you go down.
You'll have him.
We need the leadership.
Anyway, guys, let us know how your team did in the January transfer window, and let us know which team had a good transfer window and which team had a disastrous one.